dated, although there is a unofficial fan patch that has given the game much love. You know, some new shaders, some new textures, fixed a ton of bugs, rebalanced a ton of things, and we're specifically playing with the plus variant of the unofficial patch, which even adds in a little bit of content, some cut quests and things that they've refinished, as well as tweaking some of the abilities a little bit more. Currently, we have been tasked to track down the Malkavian Primogen. The Primogen is the head of a particular clan in a city. And this is his mansion over here. So we've got to go and find the Malkavian Primogen in here, because I think he hasn't been seen in a little while. Yeah, we did encounter Grout there. Is it back under Santa Monica, technically? Yeah, I guess it's just a quest just calling Dr. Grout. So we don't have the backstory over here anymore for the actual quest, which is a little bit funny. But yeah, we're here to find Dr. Grout, the Malkavian Primogen. Now, there's going to be a fair amount of combat in this section, so we've got some experience points, and we are just shy of getting a point in celerity. And I think I would really like to save up for level 4 celerity. If we run into a little bit of difficulty, what we could consider doing is we have just enough to raise our strength by 1 more. Raising our strength by 1 more will boost our unarmed combat, which is what we're doing now, and will also help our melee combat, which is what's going to happen once we find ourselves a proper melee weapon and we're just brawling. But if the combat turns out to be a little bit on the trickier side, we may just put the point in the strength, because we're unlikely to get experience, I think, until we actually finish this whole area, because you don't have experience from like killing things or anything like that. But maybe we might get experience partway through. There might be checkpoints, there might be like sort of sub puzzles and things that give it to us. I have no idea. Yeah, our humanity's been dropping rather quickly, which is funny, because we spent, like, all of Act 1 capped at 10. We kept, like, doing things that gave us humanity back. We're like, well, we're already at 10, who cares, right? But we did take a few humanity hits in Act 2. Mostly, the problem is, we fed 2 people to that, like, I don't know, carnivore vampire one that, Pisha or whatever, who eats bodies. And as a Toreador, we lose twice as much humanity when we lose humanity. So we went from 8 to 4 in, like, seconds just because of feeding bodies to her. I still can dance in Act 2. Actually, I can still dance in Act 1 as well to get back humanity, so it should be okay. It should be okay. Hey, Solomon. Yeah, this is the Vampire the Masquerade Classic from when we were kids. No, Hillgrove, this is not the Vampire the Masquerade Classic from when we were kids. This is the Vampire the Masquerade Classic from our mid-20s, because this came out when we were in our mid-20s, right? 2004, for all of us, was when we were not... God damn, I'm old. Yes, it was released in 2004. At the same time as Half-Life 2. I don't know why this game didn't sell very many copies. Anyway, let's go to Crazy Town. Oh, is there a rat out here? Interesting. I don't think there's anything you can do outside. I just realized, I don't think I've ever snooped around outside the mansion before, though. No, that looks kind of dead-endy over there. I suspect it's the same thing on the other side. I've never snooped around outside. I thought it might be worth checking. It's pretty. It's got the crickets. I don't know why there's just music playing in front of the house. Out here it's nice. Crickets, all the nice houses on the hill there. Just lovely. All right. Knock, knock, knock. Any crazy people in here?
To you. Shut up! Shut up!
So the answer is yes. Yeah, we already have a knife. So this is going to be a ting. Let me just check. Is okay, Autoimmune Disciplines is not on, which I think is going to be okay. I think it's going to be a lot of fairly short fights. We may not need to burn through a lot of celerity. And we actually might want to make sure we feed when we get a chance as well. Quest log was updated. We just entered Grout Mansion and something doesn't feel quite right. Trigger some celerity. I think there's a guy behind us in the corner. Ooh, there's something wrong with the alpha around here. We're gonna have to see if any of the other textures aren't quite right. Because we may have to do a reload if we see any like blinking textures or anything weird like that. There's a red square in the ground too. Sometimes when the game loads, for some reason, some of the texture stuff is a little broken. Now, we are a brawling death machine. We've got a lot of stats that are going to work up pretty well for it. Is this actually blocked, or can I scrooch under this? I can scrooch under this. This door is just locked, though. So again, this is the house that belongs to the Malkavian Primogen. The Malkavians, of course, are the crazy ones. That is their thing. Dementation is part of their blood. So we've got secret pulley things. We've got a note. I mean, I have a good memory of a lot of what happens in here, but there's no way I remember the solution to all the puzzles that are in here, and I will certainly be hitting a lot of puzzles in this. Perception at once shapes the mind and rules over time. Time, however, erodes human perception, and then in turn warps the mind. The mind is capricious, having various effects on perception, time, and the mind itself. With harmony, progress is made. So, we've got sort of Eye of Horus, we've got a sand hourglass, and we've got, I don't know what that's supposed to be, a shield. I mean, I can just yank whatever. I don't... Oh, we got a ladder going upstairs. Should I just pull things at random? I don't think I solved Grout's riddle. Oh. Oh, maybe that's a brain. Hold on. Because it would be mind... time, perception. Okay, guys, I'm super good at these games. Now, that unlocks something up here, or do I have to go back? I don't know. Let's go upstairs first. That was completely accidental. Holy crap. Wait, what? This house is crazy! Alright.
Another unfortunate casualty to tide of time, insane asylums. I lament their loss not only as brokerage houses for the breadth and depth of human psychoses, but also I shall mourn the disappearance of that peculiar environment present only in an insane asylum. That palpable atmosphere of blistered brains and churning bowels, the odoriferous mélange of freely flowing bodily humors, that gently rolling cacophony of distant sobs and screams, the
house
cursing at perceived enemies, and the blissful gurgling of the lobotomized, like a newborn babe discovering the sky. I shall still find test subjects as surely as I find bloody sustenance in the night, but this climate, I fear, may never be replicated.
Pull the candle holders and request order to progress. The first pull just opens a way back. Oh, okay. Well, hang on. We'll come back to it. Maybe we haven't progressed. That would sort of make sense, because I'm like, I don't think 2 pulls is going to do it.
It is quite peculiar, the happenings I've been made to witness for my supernatural longevity. I am thinking of one unfortunate phenomenon in particular, of unique interest to my station, both as a professional and as a sufferer of this vampiric condition. It seems the stream of time has begun to erode the moorings of my chosen course of study, for the methodologies that gave birth to psychology are slowly disappearing. I find myself in an era that overlooks the physical component of psychological pathology time and again in favor of the sophistic practices of Freud. Phrenology,
It's Voldo from Soul Calibur.
The rest of the old guard has fallen by the wayside, its champions all silenced in death, with my unique exception.
Lighting here got all crazy.
It may be suspicious should I return to popular medical discourse 50 years after my death.
I feel bad, like, hitting these people when they're not paying attention, but at the same time, they're clearly going to turn on me, so...
Psychoses in secret. One day, may I hold up my own cure as validation of the methods. I am confident no cure for my condition, or that of my beloved wife, lies within our figurative minds, waiting to be unlocked by the correct combination of memories recovered from our childhoods. And I'm most certain it has nothing to do with the relationship between myself, my parents, and my...
It's a staircase that goes nowhere! It just goes to the ceiling!
In time, too, may your star fade and disappear.
So I think that's it. I think we have to go back to the puzzle now. Oh, there's another candlestick in here? Oh, there's another candlestick in here. Thank you. There it is. And I have a fair amount of memories of this, but not very many, and I expect we'll get a little lost and confused because it is the nature of the place. Is this a candlestick? Well, it is. Does that just close the door? It's How dare you!
Often I reflect with great regret on the missed opportunity that was my infector. Had I been conscious after the attack, I could have stopped the orderlies from locking her in the roaming pen. What I would give for just one interview. A few...
You played last week, that's why your memory is fresh. Nice.
Woman who met her end that dawn. Of course.
Yeah, I've gone through this at least twice, maybe 3 times before, but it's been a long time.
Test subjects, mewling wretches. Few could be called enthusiastic. Given the nature of the tests, I cannot expect the same fervor from all, but a modicum of cooperation would be appreciated. Animals. The one called John went so far as to gnaw off his
Malks are clans, the worst players in tabletop. It's like when people make like chaotic neutral characters in D&D, they're just using an excuse to kind of be huge pains in the ass.
Atrocious mess in there.
Sucks, but it's true.
My studies proceed at a languid pace. I'm mired in a foul ennui as my wife's illness advances. My subjects grow restless without proper supervision, but I cannot pull myself back from this black depression. How many nights I've wasted now, gazing from the tower walk, pondering the frailty of existence.
Kind of pretty, you know? I like how they have a few moving lights that try to look like traffic. It doesn't look right at all, because those cars would be going something like 400 miles an hour. And in all of LA, there's just like 20 cars. Yeah, that's what my character would do. Well, your character would be annoying, and you wouldn't want to hang out with you. Like that, and that's exactly it. Yeah, you've got it bang on. That's you know, the rallying call of the annoying. Music's getting more intense. Ow! Imagine hell. At least these guys don't do aggravated damage. Because they're not using the claws. Are you the last one? Because I would love to top myself off here. Judo chop! Alright, where do we come in? I think we came in from that door? Or the other door? Shit, I don't know. I don't think we came in this way, or the other ramp? Nope, no, this is where we came in. Lots of things drop. Hold on. I don't think this is where I came in. I think this is, like, looping backwards is what's going on there. Yeah, and that's the other room we've been in. Okay. We came in through the one by the upturned table, yeah. Oh, I like this room. Hold on.
After decades of solitary study into this affliction, I have learned that it is by no means mine alone. Indeed, the city is home to an entire society of similarly afflicted individuals with whom I've only recently made contact. They are an understandably standoffish sort, by and large, but I have been able to confirm with them that the condition is indeed vampirism, which apparently comes in a multitude
The lore is great in this,
each with a spectacular
which is why I'm
set of
stopping.
symptoms such as invisibility and even a sort of lycanthropy. Through numerous official interactions with the governing body of this secret society, I have concluded that their fundamental understanding of the vampiric condition...
Yeah, I saw the switches. I stopped at them.
In suspicion and
I stopped at them before, and then I was like, well, I'll wander around a little bit.
bulk for its strictures. Indeed, they seemed impressed with my studies and the eloquence with which I was able to present them. Apparently, the typical sufferer of my particular strain...
It's a great question. Do vampires not show up in mirrors in the Masquerade? They do show up in mirrors.
So impressed were they that they even offered me an office in their government.
Spoiler, it's not a mirror.
My office, by the sound of things, I believe I shall accept. If nothing else, it should provide a lofty vantage point from which to observe the breadth and epidemiology of the...
We can stealth kill these things really easily too, but we don't stealth.
Or the cure.
It's kind of funny, because the windows... Whoops. Bastard. The windows are laid out to make it look like it's a mirror. And the furniture is exactly the same in both rooms. There we go. Now we're upstairs in the room. I think this is the room with the 3 candlestick levers. With the... There it is. I don't think, yeah, we couldn't open this from the basement. So it's not a ladder that goes nowhere. It's a ladder that goes to something we don't have access to, or didn't have access to. So now we did, so we'll be able to loop around again. Chaos, like the mind, can be understood only through the scientific process. Order, however, is only as good as the perception thereof. Time is the key that links the two and bears witness to the ebb and flow. So chaos, order, time is the key. Good as perception. So we have probably order, time is the key, and I'm thinking chaos. Chaos, like the mind, can be understood. So chaos is mind, order is perception, time is key. So the previous puzzle was mind, perception, and time. Or, yeah, but I didn't actually solve it. I just sort of randomly hit some things. So, hang on.
I have accepted the role of Primogen for Clan Malkavian, the dreadfully winsome label applied to the particular strain of vampirism I suffer, so named for some supposed vampire father figure of old, more poppycock grown from a backward culture that seems interminably drawn to children's tales and the fiction of Victorian romance, when it should concern itself with the science behind their suffering. No matter. For I have taken this office for no greater reason than to advance my research. I must make mention, however, that even among my would-be peers in this governing body of vampires, the level of paranoia and superstition is frightening. Their intelligence is not the question, no, indeed. As they courted me for this appointment, I had to suspect that their overtures were hand-tailored to what must be my obvious infatuation with reason, for the devil would do well to have such honey-tongued tempters. Even so, I could not help but notice the dressing of language these vampire leaders chose for their siren song. Whether it is born of habit, from addressing their unwashed, ill-educated subjects, or from their own deep-seated beliefs, their linguistic flourishes belie a faith in superstition over the providence of empirical reason that must be an all-pervasive theme in this society of darkest night. Damn it all, now I'm doing it too.
Does the narrator filibuster for the entire game? Alright. Well, Don't touch the lightning. Not really a puzzle exactly. But I suppose for the people who have had their brains basically obliterated, that may have been a little whiskey and chocolate too challenging for them. Hey, Kale and Cheney, thank you very much. How apt I come home to relax to this game after a long shift at the hospital, taking people's blood. Oh no! Beware, it's a phlebotomist. So something just happened. Unlock Grout's Inner Sanctum. Great stuff. We are up to 14 experience. We need 15 to boost our celerity. Maybe we'll get one more point before whatever comes next. I think, yeah, this just loops back to the candle room. So now we're going back to the entrance hall. So this is where we initially came in. Right there, that was the front door we came in through. And then when we came through here... This has the stair that looked like it went up to nowhere, but it has unlocked the door. I think it unlocked the door at the end of the hall here. Or... Yeah, no, because that just opens the staircase. There we go. Inner Sanctum, get! You've unlocked Sober Advisor. Do another little quick save here. The problem is if you do die in this, it can be very confusing to remember where you've already been, because it's kind of confusing the first time. I think I am going to reload. There's something with the alpha on various textures. Oh, am I... Like, why am I moving so slowly? Because I'm still crouched. Like, when I do the feed here, hold on. See, it's got the black bar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save and reload. The same reason why the blood is squares here. The alpha textures, and then we're getting Z fighting as well. Didn't load properly, so... Oh, there's a ton of dudes in here. That's okay. We're going to quick save. I'm just going to reload. I'm going to quit the game and then reload. Luckily, it's pretty fast load time. I think it might happen because I think I tabbed out while the game was originally loading the first time. So I suspect that confuzzled things. There we go. See, now the blood textures have their alpha back. Isn't eating vampires forbidden? Well, they might be ghouls, but... I mean, drinking some of their blood isn't quite the same as diablerie. Okay, this is actually a good one for blood buff, celerity. Oh, celerity ran out just as I was engaging this guy. Okay. Anything actually interesting in this room? I don't think so. Yeah, you know, I know, we completely drank. Shush, it's a video game. Ooh. Big awesome book. Oh, I can't read it. It just looks like a book of anatomy or something. Barricaded doors. Some sort of freezer door. I could do it with a blood buff, although my blood is getting a little low. I'm gonna have to make sure that I actually feed on the next group. Or we'll collect a ton of blood packs. That's cool too, including Elder Vitae. Elder blood. Much more potent. Did we come up or come down? I think we came up this way, didn't we? I think. Oh, maybe not. Oh, there was a tape in there. But I think I just accidentally went backwards. Yeah, okay. Oh, is there tape in the surgery chamber? That would make sense. Okay, so we have to go downstairs still, but let me do a quick little